You are Locked On Red Sox POSTCAST, part of Locked On Sports Boston. On the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, again, the Red Sox have dropped 4 in a row. What can be said? Kutter Crawford pitched well. Bats didn't do a whole heck of a lot. Bats didn't do much of anything against the birthday boy, David Peterson. He established a new career high in strikeouts. Mets beat the Red Sox 7-2. They've taken the first 2 games of the series. The Sox need to take the finale on Wednesday in order to avoid a series sweep and a 5th straight loss. With that, we do welcome you to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, veteran play-by-play announcer, calling over 1,000 games in the minors. Spent one glorious Saturday afternoon. In fact, 2-year anniversary game in the show. Padres-Dodgers, Dodger Stadium, ESPN's national radio broadcast. Ellis Burks, one of my all-time favorite Boston Red Sox players. We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which you know is free and available wherever you get your podcasts. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to discuss Alex Cora shuffling the lineup and it not really working out all that well. Kutter, solid night, tagged with another loss. Looking at the positives, the new Baseball America prospect rankings have been revealed. Help is coming, but not soon enough. We want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation watching live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Hit us up. Hit the comment button. Join the Sox conversation. You can also hit me up on the X at Lennox on Baseball with questions, comments, or concerns. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by FanDuel. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. Well, Sox lose again. Sox bats, not a whole heck of a lot going on. They're now 1-4 on this road trip. That does wrap up on Wednesday. An off day on Thursday, and it might be brutal on this weekend against the White Sox, because the White Sox, in case you haven't seen it on social media, pop up down the third base side of Camden Yards Tuesday night. Shortstop avoids a left fielder. Third baseman runs into the left fielder. Injury. You go from there. As bad as it is for the Red Sox, they're not the White Sox right now, but the White Sox are coming to town. You need all three. 23 games left in the regular season and a game over 500. Not a lot to be happy about, really. Alex Cora shakes up the lineup. Rob Refsnyder in the leadoff spot. Jarren Duran bats second. Yoshida is in there against the lefty. Too many strikeouts. You make David Peterson, who was originally drafted by the Red Sox organization out of the high school ranks, celebrating his 29th birthday on Tuesday. You made him look like Koufax. You made him look like Bruce Hurst. Name a left-hander, above average left-handed starter over the years. That was David Peterson and then some. Now, Peterson has been solid. He started the season off on the injury list coming back from a hip injury, had surgery last offseason. But I believe now 9-1, ERA well under 3. And in that very first inning, Refsnyder strikes out. Duran with a single. 2 more strikeouts, inning over. The third inning, 2 strikeouts and a lineout for Peterson on 7 pitches. Picked up strikeouts number 6 and number 7, had 7 strikeouts through 3 innings. 4th inning, O'Neill, first pitch, ground out. Devers, for 4 pitches, line out to center. Romy Gonzalez, 3 pitches, struck out. That was the 8th strikeout of the game for Peterson. And Kutter Crawford matched him early on. Crawford, you look at his line, 6 innings, 2 runs allowed, 1 hit, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. 1 walk came back to bite him. Francisco Lindor touched him up for a home run. Lindor, 2-run shot in the 3rd inning. That made it 2-0. Of late, a 2-0 lead for the opposition's like 6-0, 6-1. Red Sox did get a run to make it a 2-1 ball game. That run coming for the Sox in the 5th inning with Crawford still on the mound. Sogard RBI base hit, scored Yoshida. Crawford done after 6. Slayton in, gives up a home run to Vientos. A run in the 8th inning for the Sox to make it a 3-2 ball game. And then Chris Martin imploded. Gave up an RBI double to Lindor in the 8th and a 2-run home run to Pete Alonso. Red Sox went down quietly in the 8th, went down quietly in the 9th inning, win the game 7-2. They haven't used their closer in the series so far. 15 strikeouts total. And if you're using us to recap your Red Sox game, 15 strikeouts, that's a lot of strikeouts, and it was an ugly game offensively. First Nesson reference, I listened a lot to Will Middlebrooks on Tuesday night. Time and time again. Peterson's fastball, 93, 94. It's a good fastball. But the Red Sox were swinging at pitches and swinging through fastballs that were between the letters in the belt. Time and time again. 4 straight losses. A game over 500. Started out of the All-Star break, it was an 11 games above 500, but the loss was tacked on in that suspended game against the Blue Jays from whenever. But it was tacked on to before the All-Star break. So 10 over at the All-Star break. Miserable start, 1-5 through L.A. and Denver. And it hasn't gotten any better. It really hasn't. Now you've got one facet in the starting pitchers doing well. You want to look at that as a positive for the future? You can. You're grasping for positives right now with this team. You really are. Hey, again, if you're with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, hit the comment button. Join us. We've got 23 more of these. I don't know that we're going to see October baseball on the Locked On Red Sox postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Network. Doesn't feel like it right now. Ref Snyder struck out a couple of times. Devers a couple of strikeouts, 0 for 4. Gonzalez struck out a couple of times. Rafaela 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Casas, pinch hit, struck out. Got one more at bat in the 9th inning, struck out. 15 strikeouts total. 6 base hits. 6 base hits. 6 base hits in the opener on Monday night. 6 base hits against Peterson, the birthday boy in the Mets bullpen on Tuesday. And 6 singles on Tuesday. They had 1 extra base hit on Monday. That was a triple by Rafaela. It's not there. 1 for 7 runners in scoring position. I know I'm giving numbers of the night here in segment number 1. Sort of at a loss right now. Change the lineup up a little bit here and there. You switch Ref Snyder. And I like the move. Put the righty up there to start things off. Ref Snyder strikes out. Duran moves down in the number 2 spot in the lineup. You got Yoshida in there as a lefty bat against a left-handed starter. Sogard had an RBI knock. Valdez, sac fly. And then Martin gave up the big 8th inning. But it's not turning around. You're looking at some positive, soft contact all night long. Will Middlebrooks alluded to that many times. Infield hits. Duran had an infield hit to get things going. In that first inning, left on. Again, Duran not running. Not running at this point. Got on with 1 out. On the move, 32 stolen bases on the year. On the move, no. No. And I know the argument of, yeah, you got to save the legs, all these different things. He wants to play every day. I understand that. But that's a big part of his game. His speed is a big part of his game. Stealing bases should be a big part of his game. 32 on the season. How many you had in the first 81 games of the season or up to the All-Star break? They're not useless, but now's the time you really want to run. You want to put the pressure on the defense. That's what they were doing before the All-Star break when they had that surge to get to 10 over at the break. 11 or 10. 10 officially. Not there anymore. Just not there anymore. And, I've said before Alonso, I've said before, manager gets kicked out. Something's got to light a spark. There's nothing. This is going on 3 weeks now. This is going on since the All-Star break now. Where's the spark? I'm not saying it was Dom Smith and the clubhouse presence that he brought. But since he was designated and Casas came off, lethargic, nondescript. I mean, there aren't that many games that you're inspired by with this team right now. So, a manager getting tossed, maybe that lights a fire, somebody getting fired up. But I thought about it when Alonso hit the home run. Hey, you don't want teams celebrating? They're dancing going back to the dugout. They've got a little choreographed dance. 5 years ago, it's not that long ago. Either the next guy gets drilled or something. But it's almost as if, how many ever guys on the roster right now, 28, 29? 28, 29 Cabs. They're all going in different directions, leaving the clubhouse from Citi Field on a Tuesday night where they dropped their fourth in a row. I don't know where the spark comes from. It doesn't seem like it's with this group. And I was saying it a while ago, and it could be Hendrickson's story this weekend. I wonder what Liam Hendricks does. He's a reliever. He's coming back from a big injury. He signed for 2025. Hendricks is a guy who'll light up a clubhouse. See what happens here. Hit the comments. Locked on Sunbelt joining us. Aw, too bad Red Sox not making the playoffs. And he repeats the message. That's a shame. Thank you, Schultze. Appreciate that. Thanks for checking in. Big contribution right there. My boy Schultze. We're going to get into Kutter in the pen. We'll get into the at-bat of the night. I was searching for one. But again, is it pride now? And I was talking about bullpen guys. You're not just pitching to be on the roster for the remainder of this season. Hey, there are guys pushing you right now. There are going to be guys pushing you next spring training. There are guys coming up. Baseball America, we're not going to hit it on it until the third segment. You probably already saw it. 4 guys in the top 25, 26 top prospects in all of minor league baseball. Are they all going to pan out? No, but those guys are pushing for jobs. And maybe there's a Jackson Holiday in where they come up next year, they struggle, they get sent back down. But 1 or 2 may get to the big leagues and never see the minor leagues again. So over the final 23 games of the regular season right now, scratch, claw. You're not scratching and clawing right now for a wild card spot. You're trying to, and don't make it eyewash. Don't drop the false hustle. You're playing for a future with this organization in some cases. And it might be to catch somebody's eye of another team to be a part of a deal. But I posed it the other day. Is there another team in baseball right now that has gone into this? And the Royals are there, but the Royals had the cushion of one of the wild card spots. If the Red Sox, 8 losses now in their last 11? There was 5 and 6 over that stretch. The way the Royals have been losing baseball games, and I didn't think they'd go into a tailspin like this. But Pasquantino was out. That's a big injury. And they've hit a funk. You could be within a couple of games. But instead, it's getting late. And Alex Cora said it after Monday's loss against the Mets. Wasted opportunity. It's a wasted day. Really, on this road trip. And again, it doesn't get any easier. Dave O'Brien and Will Middlebrooks have made that very clear. You know what the schedule is. Yeah, the White Sox come to town. And it's not a matter of taking the series and winning 2 out of 3. You better sweep and go from there. It needs to start tomorrow. Take the finale, avoid the series sweep at Citi Field against the Mets, who continue to win. Give the Mets credit. They've won 6 in a row, 10 of 13. But the Red Sox are now 1-4 on this road trip. That wraps up on Wednesday. Dropped 4 in a row, 5 of 6. Just 5 wins now in their last 16. And a game over 500. Would not have thought that. And I said it before the All-Star break. Get 8-9 games when you go into a funk. Well, now you're looking at, is this team going to finish at 500? And what does that matter at this point in time? The way they have faded. Hey, Patriots season opener coming up against the Bengals, September 8th, right around the corner this weekend. Keep up to date with the Patriots and everything going on with the New England Patriots with the first-year head coach. Jacoby Brissett at quarterback right now, but how long is that going to last? Again, keep up with everything involving the New England Patriots with Mike Debate and Locked On Patriots. Mike, recently with his AFC East preview, getting ready for the season. Locked On Patriots with Mike Debate, available wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up at Bat of the Night. and I'm just going to pile on with the at-bat of the night. You can come up with yours too. Hit us up, Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. What was your at-bat of the night? Was it Alonso's home run? Was it Lindor's home run? Was it an at-bat in the 8th inning for the Red Sox? That's mine. I'm going to tell you about it next. Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Game Time. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets for your favorite live events even easier. Game Time Picks does filter out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Game Time Picks. Curation makes it easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, and theater. With Game Time Seat Views, you get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you purchase your tickets. With Game Time, you get the lowest price guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. With Game Time ticket coverage, your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. With Game Time, you get lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection, and 24-hour returns guaranteed. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create your account, use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Again, terms to apply. Create your account. Redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? For the Red Sox, for you purchasing your ticket, you know what time it is. It's game time. So the Red Sox drop 1 to the Mets. They've dropped the first 2 games of the series. Again, with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Hit the comment button. Voice your concerns, your frustration. That's what we're here for. We'll take it. Let it out. Hey, we want to acknowledge our everydayers for making Locked On Red Sox and the Locked On Red Sox postcast their first listen every day. Rob Refsnyder in the leadoff spot for the 3rd time this season. Entered the game 0 for 12. Struck out in his first at-bat. Refsnyder finally had a base hit. And that base hit for Refsnyder, snapping what? An 0 for 14 at the plate. Alex Cora said after Monday's game, Devers is grinding. We know that. But if Devers is going to be in the lineup, he's got to hit. He's got to produce. That's it. If he's going to be shut down here with 23 games to go, if he's going to be shut down at some point in time, I'll understand it. That, for me, would be the white flag, and that would be raising, hey, uncle, our season's over. Devers is done for the year. It could happen, and I've said that for weeks now. Not patting myself on the back, but it's serious. But if he's going to be in the lineup, he's got to produce. Had a couple of days off, came back a little rusty. But if you're in there, you're trying to post, You've got to be able to go, and you've got to produce. And he's not right now. Duran in the 2nd spot Tuesday night for the 6th time this season. Jansen had a hard hit ball, ended up being a single. Didn't get an extra base hit. He's got no extra base hits now in 12 in a row. None of the offensive numbers are pretty. Nobody. And how many times, again, I always go back to Howard Johnson. Howard Johnson could always hit a fastball. He could turn on 97, 98. He could hit the hardest fastball today. He just had that ability. But how many times against Peterson Tuesday night, how many times did you see swing and miss? Pitches up on the zone. 94 mile an hour fastballs, belt high or letter high. Didn't adjust, kept just swinging through the pitches. 94. I don't know what he maxed out at. I didn't go to Baseball Savant. Just kind of knew, even when they got it to 1 run, just knew it wasn't going to be their night. Peterson, I mentioned it earlier, was drafted by the Red Sox out of high school. 28th round pick in 2014. Dave O'Brien alluded to it on the Nesson broadcast. Went to Oregon, Mets first round pick, 20th overall in 2017. Now 9-1 on the season. And he lowers his ERA. And, just kept the ball away from the bats. And when the Red Sox made contact and put the ball in play, not a lot of hard hit balls. Not at all. At bat of the night, I got to go 8th inning. And I'm not trying to pile on the guy. But, Masa Yoshida's up there with 2 on and 1 down. He's in the game. He's in the game against the left-handed starter. The lefty was out of there. Hits into a double play, inning over. And at that point in time, you know the ball game's over as well. And I'm not scoreboard watching tonight. I believe the Royals lost. That's 7 in a row. I believe the Twins lost to the Rays. It's not mattering right now. Unless the Red Sox win, there's no need to look at the other scores. Really isn't. 23 left. Wasted opportunity. A wasted Tuesday for Alex Cora. I don't know where it comes. I really don't. And I don't know that they know either. Where's the clubhouse meeting? Where's somebody saying we've got to do these things? You know, there's a faction out there who doesn't like Tristan Casas out in shorts and no shirt, stretching and going through his routine. He wants to do it. He likes to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to do what Tristan Casas wants to do. That's fine. But where's the leader here? Where's the guy? Thought maybe O'Neill when they picked him up. Not really. Heard his comments after Monday's game. There was nothing there. Cliches. There wasn't a lot there. There wasn't substance in his words. There wasn't frustration. I didn't feel either. That was after Monday's loss. Go back and listen to the post-game comments or read the comments coming up as well. But just nothing there. So Yoshida hitting into that double play, ending the 8th inning. That was it for me. It really was. I'm not doing it with the Red Sox, but it's the way I would do it with my football team. You're not getting me in for 3 hours of a football game. The Red Sox have me in right now for 9 innings. Numbers of the night, they're coming up. Had one other thing I wanted to bring up here. We are going to take a look, update you, and discuss the Red Sox prospects and the Baseball America rankings. But again, Crawford deserved better. Crawford finished up nicely. 6 innings, 1 hit, the home run to Lindor. 2 walks, 8 Ks. Just 1 hit allowed. Retired the side 1-2-3 in the 5th inning. Actually, didn't do it 1-2-3. That's the inning I want to talk about with Kutter Crawford. That 5th inning. Walked the leadoff hitter Marte on 10 pitches. And he had some long at-bats during the night. Struck out the side in the 2nd. Struck out the first batter on 9 pitches, struck out and got out number 2 in the 2nd on 7 pitches, then picked up another strikeout, 21 pitches in that 2nd inning. I thought, okay, if he's got more innings like this, put the ball in play on or off in 4. But in that 5th inning, that's the one I wanted to take a look at. Marte walked a 10-pitch at bat, and then Iglesias hits into the 5-4-3 double play. Crawford made a couple of nice plays. Defense, okay. Suspect overall, and you're always wondering what the defense is going to do. Numbers of the night, Baseball America, prospect rankings, and there's hope for the future. That's all next. Locked on Sports Boston, your team every day. We are presented by FanDuel. You've heard us talk about FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Well, FanDuel has something a little different for you right now. Through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket for YouTube and YouTube TV. Then, with a YouTube TV base plan, you'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday afternoon out-of-market game. All you need is a Google account and a current form of payment, and you can cancel that anytime. Just visit FanDuel.com, download America's #1 sportsbook. Rafael Devers, plus 600 to hit a home run Tuesday, did not happen. Tyler O'Neill was plus 460 to go yard. That did not happen. Rob Refsnyder was plus 260 to hit a home run. That did not happen. Red Sox are now plus 2,900 to reach the ALCS. Red Sox are minus 900 to win 80 or more games. That from FanDuel. Again, visit FanDuel.com, download America's #1 sportsbook. Numbers of the night coming up in just a moment. Again, if you're with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, we do appreciate it. You're joining us right now to vent, to hear me vent. Is there a solution here? Because this is a team that was not winning at home. And we said they're going to have to put that together. Now, you drop 2 of 3 in Detroit. And you've dropped the first 2 in New York against the Mets. You're not winning baseball games on the road now. Cutter in the pen. Bullpen gave it up. Slayton giving up a home run. Let's start right there with our numbers of the night. And Justin Slayton. Slayton giving up the home run to Mark Vientos. Red Sox then got to within a run. But Slayton giving up just his third home run of the season. So the Red Sox did get, let me get this up here for a second. Red Sox got a run in the 8th inning. And I went back and did a little math today and did a little research. I just want to give you this real quick. Previous 5 games. So let's say now the last 6 games to the Red Sox. 1 run total from innings 7, 8, and 9. There was a game where they had the 3 runs against the Tigers. Won that game in the 10th inning. Rafaela Duran hitting the home runs. That was last Friday night. That was a long time ago at this point in time. That seems like it was 3 months ago, not last month in August. The Red Sox have now gone 8 games, scoring just 3 runs total. The last 8 games, 3 runs total from innings 7, 8, and 9. You've got the lead against the Red Sox. After 6, you've been in pretty good shape. You really have been. You've been in real good shape. I got one more number of the night. I really can't believe this one. Kutter Crawford is now 8-13 on the season. But the Red Sox are now 9-20 in his 29 starts. They're 9-20 in Kutter Crawford's 29 starts this season. That kind of baffles me. It really does. Red Sox have lost 4 in a row for the 7th time this season, 4th time since the All-Star break. They've not lost 5 in a row at any point in this season. They'll need a win on Wednesday to avoid the series sweep, and they'll also need a win Wednesday night to avoid their first 5-game losing streak of the season as well. Again, Alex Cora saying after Monday's game, he's grinding. Rafael Devers, he's grinding. They're going to continue to play him because he wants to play. Well, if he wants to play and he wants to be in there, if he wants to grind, he's got to come up with some hits. He really does. This is in case you missed it, because we're going to end on a positive. Baseball America releasing its latest top 100 prospects list. Roman Anthony is now ranked as the 2nd best prospect in all of minor league baseball. Marcelo Meyer has moved to number 11. Christian Campbell is up to number 25. Kyle Teel is right behind him at number 26. Again, this from Baseball America, their latest prospects ranking, their top 100 list. Minor league baseball season's wrapping up here in the coming days and weeks. Braden Montgomery, number 61. He was their first-round pick back in July. And 18-year-old Franklin Arias is on the list, cracking the top 100. He's in at number 94. I feel like Casey Kasem right now. He is, looks like he's going to be finishing up the season at Low A Salem in the Red Sox minor league system. So there's a little positive for you at the end of our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. Tanner Houck goes in the finale. Houck hasn't won in forever. Goes up against the right-hander, Tyler McGill. Homestand underway Friday. The Red Sox, you win on Wednesday, and I'll call it a much-deserved day off on Thursday. It is a deserved day off. I'll add the much-deserved day off if the Red Sox pull off the victory in the series finale against the Mets on Wednesday. Right now, it's just an off day, a deserved off day, but it could be a much-deserved off day if they pick up a victory. Homestand underway. White Sox in for 3, then the Orioles, then it's off to New York for 4. It's not going to be easy, and it might not happen. 23 left in the regular season. I said 90 wins. You know what it's going to take right now? 23 games left in the season. It's going to take 16 or 17 wins. 17-6. You're putting your head on the pillow tonight thinking that's going to happen? You're more of an optimistic person than I am at this point in time. And I think I've been as optimistic as a person can be over the last couple of weeks. I did think they'd break out of this funk. They haven't. I don't have the answers. I'm not sure where the answers come from. But I will tell you this. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast will come Wednesday night within minutes of the last out of the Sox and Mets series finale. We want to tip our cap to our sponsors, Game Time and FanDuel. We do thank you as well, our listeners to the podcast, our viewers, and our audience on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel as well for making the Locked On Red Sox postcast your first listen every day. Again, we are free and available wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget, subscribe to our Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel as well. live within minutes of the last out of Wednesday's finale against the Mets. Did you happen to see the guy or person who said they'll do something really disgusting if Florida State was going to lose this weekend to Boston College? I guess that was Monday on Labor Day. Well, that happened. The Red Sox pull off the victory on Wednesday. I'll open up our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast with a smile on my face. That's my guarantee to you. Locked On Sports Boston, number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team every day.